You? But what are you doing here?
I was awaiting you, my son. You will certainly need a camel for your return to Cairo.
Thank you, but I did not think anyone would be looking for me. Certainly not you. I thought everyone was scared of this spot. You even said that it was defiled by the darkness.
It is indeed. This spot is the tomb of the high priest of the black man with no face. A bloodthirsty, cannibalistic cult that lived for centuries.
I know that. That is why I have come here. I have been searching for the Demonomicon, supposedly entombed here, but it certainly is no longer in this tomb.
What purpose do you intend for this damnable tome? Do you not know that it will do naught but beget evil?
I had hopes to the contrary. A young friend of mine in England is in the grasp of a terrible curse. I thought that the only way to save her was to discover in this book the origin of this evil in order to find a remedy. But someone has taken it. Someone whose ardent desire is to use it to a more heinous end. Someone who occasionally accompanies a flock of night birds. But you seem to know a lot about this book and this location.
I am Herodotus of Judah. I am part of a Coptic order, and my mission is that of guardian of sorts. You must know that during the centuries that followed the entombment of the Black Priest in this tomb, which marked the official end of this cursed cult, it was the source of an intense, maleficent aura which rotted the earth around here. Men and women were overcome by homicidal madness. Swarms of insects and amphibians, deformed children, sick livestock, disappearances, and atrocious deaths were the lot of this earth. And this aura extended until the advent of my order. One monk amongst these first servants of Christ, a saint amongst saints. It was his duty to put an end to this nightmare. Through the strength of his faith, he penetrated the tomb and created a kind of sanctuary next to the origin of evil. He took residence at this spot in order to pray, while all around him were scrolls of prayers and exorcisms, as well as the notes of a lifetime past combating demons. He was enclosed in this accursed tomb, and the entrance was sealed up by a holy cross. At the edges, objects feared by the darkness's supporters were placed. Thus, only men of goodness could pass through and open the door. By the grace of the power of our Lord, the evil consequently stopped. But a few years ago, greed brought men here. They broke the seal and liberated the evil, which killed them. No one lives here anymore, and the plague emanating from the tomb has not yet had a visible effect. But it will arrive if nothing is done. I am an old man and an outcast in this Muslim society. And there have been Frenchmen and Englishmen. I have not been able to recreate the seal.
You claim that one of your predecessors had passed his life fighting demons and was interred in this tomb with prayers of exorcism and memories written on paper. This may possibly give hope to my young friend. I may possibly be able to recreate this seal if this gives me access to the tomb. It consists of the cross on the erect flagstone. Is that correct?
Indeed, its power is inoperative since the objects found around the edges, as well as the sacred golden disc representing the sun, were removed. We must replace the objects at the ends of the arms of the cross and recover this disc. Also, we would have to perform a brief ceremony that is taught in my order. For that, however, it is necessary to possess some ancient cult artifacts that were stolen and that I thus no longer possess. Nevertheless, the authorities stopped these crooks and deposited the sacred loot in the Egyptian museum. Here is a list of objects that belong to us, and which they refuse to render. Without them, you will not be able to save your friend.
Thank you, Herodotus. I must take my leave. I return to Cairo as soon as possible. Well, my friend, it would seem that things are not going well for you.
I can hide nothing from you, Effendi. It is because of my cousin Abdul, the seedsman. Abdul is also the cabinet maker, sausage maker, professor of ancient literature, and a tap dancer by night at the court.
He wishes you to do a duet with him and wants you to wear a feather dress, is that it?
No, he is angry with his wife because of their daughter. She was seen in the company of a stranger a few evenings ago while she was going to the well. Since then, she hasn't returned. Abdul's wife is worried about the girl, but Abdul doesn't want to hear speak of it as he's afraid that it will bring shame on his family.
And you are also worried, which explains your distress.
Yes, she's a lovely young girl. But it is mostly because my wife is the cousin of Abdul's wife, and she told me that if I did nothing, she would smash everything I own, and I would no longer be welcome in the bedroom.
What does your niece look like?
A tall and beautiful young girl with a great black sari. Say, you must consort with strangers. You could ferret out a bit of information, could you not?
I will do my best. Let us see if I cannot salvage some objects from the surroundings, which may be useful before returning to the cursed temple. A small, empty flask, still intact. Let us head to the museum. Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was just going to shave. I slept here last night, as I have for the past 10 nights. I have so much work that I can't leave, and with all of these thieves. But I thought you had left for the Blood Rocks. I am astonished that you have returned.
Yes, as am I. I am coming to see you because...
Watch out!
Are you all right? Have you been hurt?
No, I don't think so. But what happened? Someone tried to kill me, and you saved my life.
I think I was the one targeted. I do not think that my visit to the Blood Rocks was appreciated by all. This knife is covered with a strange substance. Watch out. Tell me, can I borrow this?
Certainly. What do you want?
Listen, I am pressed for time, and I must ask a favor. Certain items in your museum appear to legitimately belong to a group that desires to have them returned. Here is the list they gave to me. Can you entrust them to me, so that I might return the artifacts to them?
Indeed. These items were seized by the authorities and entrusted to the museum while awaiting their inspection. The official procedure requires that the people who are claiming them provide proof during an inquest that these items do in fact belong to them. Based on what I see, it consists of artifacts from the Coptic cult. The Copts are not well favored by the authorities at the moment. I doubt they would recuperate the items even if they followed procedure.
It is vital for me that they get these artifacts returned. Is there no solution?
Hold on, here's a hint for you. It's an ancient Egyptian measurement of volume. It is chipped, and we have dozens. It will make a wonderful souvenir. As for our matter, I have here a list of goods embezzled by looters, or simply stolen here in the museum. It's a veritable treasure. If found, the authorities will completely forget about the very existence of the Coptic artifacts. And I will give them to you. Here is a necklace that was part of the stolen artifacts and was found. Much of this plunder is the same. This might help you, perhaps.
I shall depart, Director. One of the beads of the necklace that the Director gave me is a diamond of great value. Let us find someone who can give me information regarding this knife. Does this tell you anything?
Where did you find this, Effendi? Hide it before anyone shall see us.
He passed with great speed not far from me. I have a tendency to return objects that have been dropped to their owners.
You have courage, Effendi. The courage of a fool faced with death. I could keep quiet, but you have done a great service for me. And your baggage is at my place. It would fetch a good price if anything untoward happened. Isn't that right?
Understood. If anything bad should happen, my luggage is yours. Now, who does this knife belong to?
It is an Ottoman blade. It belongs to a Turk who lives near here. He is in cahoots with the worst thieves and smugglers in all of Cairo. It is even said that he is their boss, and is feared like the plague, even amongst the police. He has killed as many men as there are fleas on a donkey, and I do not want to be next. No, not Mustafa. He is not at home this morning. I saw him heading towards the port a few minutes ago. He looked on edge. If you go by his house, be discreet, because the neighbors are curious and on the watch at all times.
How will I recognize the Turk's house?
Oh, quite easily. Those people are not like us. Take the road that runs along the bazaar, and you'll find the house just after.
Farewell now, my friend. I must find the Turk's house. This lock is rather sophisticated, but with a bit of logic, I should be able to open it.
There. Perfect.
This is where Dracula's subordinate lives. If I want to enter in his absence, I must avoid making noise. Open. A black sphinx without a face. Ah, there are some hieroglyphs. Perhaps I shall learn more thanks to this statuette. A miniature pyramid. Curious. Useless. These jewels strongly resemble those of the necklace which the director entrusted me. Mustafa told me that this man operated in contraband. Why, there is a parchment that has just been torn. Let us see. This could be interesting. I found it. This might be useful. I am taking it. Useless. Useless. Damnation! There was a cobra in this large vase. Impossible to approach the door if I don't find a way to get rid of it. Damnation! There was a cobra in this large vase. Impossible to approach the door if I don't find... There. Perfect. A key. It must have been in the serpent's vase. Open. This sachet is not a part of the stolen goods. It contains gold powder. All of these precious items have been stolen. There is no doubt. A solar disk. Curious. All of these precious items have been stolen. There is no doubt. This letter was written just 2 days ago. This letter was written rapidly. The monster must have been pressed to leave again. I cannot transport all of these artifacts stolen by this Turk and his acolytes. I must return to the director as quickly as possible. Let us head to the museum.
I don't know how to thank you for recovering these stolen artifacts. The police just brought them, but unhappily, they were unable to put their hands on this Turk. But they know his name, Suleiman. He won't get far. The authorities, as well as the museum, will draw great prestige from the reinstitution of this stolen treasure.
If it can contribute to improving the opinion that the locals have of Westerners. Can I have the Coptic artifacts?
Here, they are in this sack. And keep the necklace which I entrusted you. It's not on my inventory, and it will make a perfect souvenir.
I shall depart, Director. Look at this parchment. Do you recognize these hieroglyphs?
Yes, they are classic symbols from ancient Egypt. I have a book on this very subject over there on my desk. You could take a look.
Fine. All of that must be deciphered. I found it!
What do you want?
I found this statuette at our man's hideout. What can you tell me about it?
It represents the Black Sphinx without a face, the artifact of the impious cult of which we spoke. The Black Sphinx is one of the shapes of the Black Man without a face, one of the ancient cursed gods. Usually, the Sphinx is placed near a building to guard it. When the building is a tomb, the Sphinx protects the corpse within. It's a bodyguard, if you will permit my little joke. As for the hieroglyphs, they represent a phrase or a name, or possibly both. This phrase is pronounced Nayar Hut, or more likely, Lut Hotep. Nayar Lut Hotep, that's it! I would have trouble giving you the exact signification without much research, and we seem to have little time. I must recommend, however, that you dispose of this artifact at the soonest opportunity. It will only bring bad luck.
I shall depart, Director. But what is it, my friend? You seem to be in an ill humor.
My wife has locked me out because of my niece. She hasn't set foot back in the house, and I'm not allowed to return home myself until the girl is found.
Good luck, then. Such tragedy for this family. What will they do if they learn the truth? They will think me mad, and worse, they might take vengeance on all Westerners and spread this hatred to the whole of Cairo. This barbecue emits a great heat.
Peace be with you, my child. Peace be with you, my child.
Good evening. Here are the objects that you asked for. I've also succeeded in finding the solar disk missing from the cross.
Your steps are guided by Saint Mark, my son. It is a miracle that you have accomplished this. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. In order to replace the objects that were found on the cross, I have this host for you, which will be necessary. I do not know two of the other artifacts, but they were certainly common items, because nothing was consigned to me by my predecessors. They must, however, be feared by demons, and you seem to know a lot about that matter.
But some artifacts are still missing. Is something worrying you?
We will need some holy water to pour into a cup for one of the arms. I don't have any more. I can, with the artifacts you have brought me, perform the water benediction ceremony in my role as priest. The water here is unsuitable for benediction. The aura emanating from the tomb, as well as the recent flock of birds, have sullied the waters hereabouts. I will require water that hasn't touched the earth, such as rainwater. But it is the dry season, and it won't rain for days, if not weeks.
I cannot suffer such a delay. I will attempt to find a solution and bring you some suitable water as soon as possible.
A small quantity will suffice.
I found this statuette. Can you tell me about it?
It is a black sphinx without a face. One of the shapes of the black man without a face who cries at the moon. It is a cursed object. Smashing it would be the best.
What does the inscription on the side mean? The director of the museum pronounced it as Nai Ar Lut Hotep.
Hieroglyphs are alien to me. but I know this name. It is the name of the black man without a face, messenger of the ancient gods. His name signifies, there is no sleep past the threshold, or there is no peace after judgment. Do you understand what that means? The threshold is the passage between life and death, which corresponds to man's acts on the day of judgment, and whether one has a right to heaven or hell. Those who call upon the black man with no face are condemned to eternal damnation. This could take the form of a soul wandering for eternity, screeching through the black void. But it could also take the form of a creature neither dead nor alive, hiding amongst mortals, subject to an unspeakable hatred and eternal torment.
Goodbye, Herodotus.
The heavens be with you, my child. Be full of courage.
Fine. Now I must find some water that hasn't touched the earth. This barbecue emits a great heat. This barbecue emits a great heat.
I am listening, my child. Here the heavens are with you, my son. I can bless this water. Here, my child. You must go alone to the tomb. I must pray in the chapel and recite the rites which will open the seal for you. Besides, the access is difficult for a man of my age.
You have been there.
An old man of God knows the cornerstones of life. He also knows what may be the throes of death. An innocent young girl succumbed in this damned place. Despite being a Muslim, she has a Christian grave. It goes against tradition, but her soul will rest in peace from now on.
She died in the clutches of the monster, who leaves behind him a long list of similar tragedies. Nevertheless, our family is not worried, because they are not fully informed. What can we do?
Tell them the truth. But know that a Muslim buried by a Christian will certainly cause numerous misunderstandings, and probably worse. You know more than I about this business. Your decision will be wise.
After having gone past the cross, is there anything else I need to do?
According to the ancient priest's reports, you must find a secret passage just after the cross. To open it, you must put a gold demon and a heme of cursed blood into a basin. I do not know what it signifies. Directly afterwards, the sun must hit the summit of the pharaoh's tombs. Again, I can't help you, but the heavens are with you. You will succeed.
Goodbye, Herodotus.
The heavens be with you, my child. Be full of courage.
I must return to the temple. I am prepared. Who knows what awaits me? I found it! There. Perfect. I found it! There. All of the artifacts are placed. Now I must utter the words that Herodotus taught me. Delen dagrum balarum veritas grum ble blevader trugrum fugnurat. The surface here seems to be very straight. I can place my scale. A drawing of 3 pyramids, each bathed in a beam of light. Rather strange. I don't see anything. I need light. The surface here. These hieroglyphs remind me of something. Think. There. Perfect. Blood. I am in need of something. Blood. A broken statue of the god Seker. Despite the absence of a drought, the water whirls around. Perfect. On to the next step. Despite the absence of a drought. Despite the absence. No, I cannot do that. Useless. No, I cannot do that. Useless. A spearhead, lavishly decorated and extremely solid. This could come in handy. It consists of a partially broken, yet still solid funerary barge. They are Egyptian sculptures, but they are, oddly, horrible and obscene. They are Egyptian sculptures, but they are, oddly, horrible and obscene. The surface here seems to be very straight. I can place my scale. There is something inside. A copper debit, the same as the one in the museum. This surface here seems to be very straight. I can place my scale. This surface here seems to be very straight. I can place my scale. This surface here. This might be useful. I am taking it. This surface here seems... This surface... This surface... Useless. Useless. There. Perfect. The basin, it changes into sand. What is this enchantment? No, it is not that. Try again. I have found it. The Order of the Pyramids at Giza. And that triggers the opening of the secret door. Mind, this calls for extreme diligence. Oh, this spot is infested with crocodiles. Impossible to pass. But there is someone inside, or rather, an infernal being, if I am to believe the inhuman cries that emit from within. This could come in handy.